Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahawah. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahawah. And his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahawashi. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahawashi. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rikah, Kodash. The honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, for the apostles and elders of all Israel, rich and accepted or not. When sincere salutation to all the argument pushing this truth and believing this truth, who at the four ends of the earth, the entire world, within the hope of the elect. Shalom to the Yahawah who are listening and learning. If your sisters who are listening and learning, Mosaic from Jim Masalano coming at you in the lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another data edification, Lord, would be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Deprived of Yahawah and Yahawashi in America. And I just want to make some points on this. Kind of laying back in the two lessons that I did yesterday and before. So about being conditioned to gradualism. Let me get this real quick. The word deprived. Shalom to the argument I walk on the comment board. Shalom. What opportunity and Yahawashi Yahawashi Barakatham. So the word deprived.
Deprived.
It says suffering a severe and damaging lack of basic material and cultural benefits. And that's what we have been lacking. Because the Lord said he hid his face from us. And another one say of a person suffering a lack or a specified benefit that is considered important, right? So now let's get this. And what's considered important to us is who we are, where we come from, our culture, our customs, which was not taught to us here. That's why I said in what's the lock? I ain't even pull it up yet. That they will not suffer our bodies to be put in graves. So let me get this real quick. Go to the blue letter. So let me read this. And Revelations 11, right? Read this in 8. See, we've been deprived of truth, man. But the Lord say in due time that he was going to give this back to the hopeful elect. So in Revelations 11 and 8 it reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street, shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Let me look this word up real quick. We know the Lord wasn't crucified in Sodom nor Egypt. So what is it talking about? The Lord, we wasn't taught the truth of the Lord here in
Strong's
America,
G
man.
4717, Staurao. Staurao.
So we got right here, strong definition say to extinguish, right? To extinguish. It say to crucify the flesh, destroy its power utterly. The nature of the figure implying that the destruction is attended with intense pain. And it got extinguished. So what happened here in America was Yahawashi was extinguished, man, in America, man. The image, right? You got iconoclasm, right? Renaissance art, whitewashing. So it say, and that their bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now we know the Lord wasn't crucified in Egypt nor Sodom. So what is it talking about? The Lord was extinguished here, man. Okay? We wasn't taught the truth of the Bible, the real image of Yahawah and Yahawashi. It say, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, 350 years, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Meaning you wasn't going to be taught the truth here. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another. And we always make the point of they sending gifts. They separated the families, man, the father and the mother and the children, and sold them on different plantations, sending gifts one to another. Also, postcards of hangings, Jake being burnt. Okay, they took pictures of things and sent them to each other, man. It's saying they that dwell upon earth. Also, they was skinning Jake, man, making belts, boots, purses, and wallets, man, out of Jake's skin. And they that dwell upon earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. Why? Because they said this is the day that they look for to take us down, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And we did. We're doing it now, man. We did it in the ancient time. So it say, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from power entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So the Lord say, and shall not suffer the dead bodies to be put in graves, right? So when you go to Ezekiel 37, I just want to make this point here. Because it said right here, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from power entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So here in Ezekiel 37, it say, Ezekiel 37 verse 32, It reads, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves. Remember it said in Revelation, right here, and they of the people and kings and tongues and nations shall see their bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Meaning to tell us the truth. What the Lord said in Ezekiel 37 and 12, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves. You see, because the Edomites didn't do it, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahawah, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. Meaning we just gonna learn the truth, man. And shall put my spirit in you, and you shall live, right? And I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I Yahawah have spoken and performed it, saith the Lord. You see? So I was finna get I forgot where I was finna go at right off. But let's get this. So let's go back. So in Revelations 11, I don't know why. So Revelation 11 again, it say, and the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? To mean to be extinguished, right? We didn't know nothing about the truth of the Bible, man. The Messiah and the Father. And Yahawashi said, if you see me, you seen the Father. So it's like a son looking identical as his father. Well, we was deprived of this, man. This is a part of our heritage. Like it said, let me show it again here. This is important, man. And with the truth of the Lord comes the Hebrew name, man. So it said here. Let me pull it. I'm gonna pull it again. So like it. So here it say for deprived.
Deprived.
Suffering a severe and damaging lack of basic material and cultural benefits. It's of a person suffering a lack of a specified benefit that is considering important. And this is important, man. And when you ask a Christian, what does this mean? When they say, why was Lord crucified? They don't got no answers for that, man. What are they going to say? Because the Lord was crucified by the Romans. Okay? It wasn't in Egypt, nor in Sodom, man. So let's get this. Because the scripture talks about blaspheming, right? The name of the Lord. It's a curse. So as a matter of fact, let me read this first. Let's get this. I want to show you where I'm going with this lesson. Let me go back to the blue letter. I'm gonna go to first I'm gonna get Exodus 34. And the reason I'm doing this lesson, man, because it's important to know if you're not calling on the names of Yahawah while Yahawashi, you are cursing the name of the Lord, man. And you're gonna be destroyed for that, man. The name of the Lord is serious, man. This is Exodus 34 and 14. It reads, for thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord Yahawah, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. The name of the Lord is jealous, man. For thou shalt worship no other God. For Yahawah, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. This is Leviticus 24, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Check this out. Now it reads, and the son of an Israelitish woman whose father was an Egyptian went out among the children of Israel. And I already talk about the heathens, how they was among us, or how we are among them. And the son of an Israelitish woman whose father was an Egyptian went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. So you had this woman's son, whose father was an Egyptian. So this guy, his son was an Egyptian, and him and the Israelite Jake got together and strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahawah and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shulamith, the daughter of Dabri of the tribe of Dan. So the woman was an Israelite, right? From the tribe of Dan, but her son's father was an Egyptian. So that means he was an Egyptian. So this Egyptian and an Israelite man, it say, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord. And the point I want to make is the heathens always blaspheme the name of the Lord, man. Because the name of the Lord is not known to the heathens, man. So the moment we've been around amongst these heathens, we have been blaspheming the name of the Lord. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahawah and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. And his mother's name was Shelamith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in inward, that the mind of Yahawah might be showed them. And the Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, Salakia. It say, Salakia. Why be jumping like that? It say, and Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that have cursed without the count, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin. Hold on. Let's get this. Let's get this word cursive right here. Because what people think is cursing is saying shit, hell, damn, fuck, motherfucker, right? You son of a bitch, right? No, man. We have been westernized by America again, being brainwashed by America, man, using American what they call it, acronyms, man, right? So let's look at this word cursive, because it had nothing to do with saying shit, hell, damn, motherfucker, son of a bitch. So it's a to make despicable, to curse, to be cursed. right? It said to treat with contempt, bring contempt or dishonor. They ain't talking about using no rude speech. Hold on, finna show you. So it got, let's see, bring into contempt, curse, despise, right? So it don't give you that much, right? So hold on. So let me get this. When you go to Google, right? So let me come back to me so I can show you. I got Google here pulled up and I got Etamon Online. I'm gonna go to Etamon Online first and show you. This is talking about putting a curse on somebody. The word curse. And you see, it didn't say nothing about the man that was an Israelite. It said about the man that was an Egyptian whose mother was an Israelite, right? That show you is the whole cut for these slow bellied niggas, man. So right here it say curse, middle English, cursing from Old English, cursion, to wish evil to, okay, to excommunicate. It say to wish evil to on someone, right? It say the sense of blight with malignant evils. So now they got here, which is say swear profanely, use blasphemous or profane language, which is to wish evil to put a curse on somebody. Now I'm going to show you what it say in Google. Hold on. So it say here, right here, it say a prayer that evil or harm befalls one. You see? That's putting a curse on somebody, not calling, not telling my you motherfucker or you bitch, right? You son of a bitch. That is not cursing, man. Our people have been westernized, man. It's a prayer which we use. There's a Hebrew prayer you can use on some wicked demons, man. A prayer that evil or harm befall one. This is the curse. Okay? It has nothing to do with you using rude, what we call rude speech, man. Because Yahawashi used to curse out the wicked Pharisees and the wicked Sadducees, man. Let me see. Look, it say the curse in 19th century was the sentence imposed upon Adam and Eve in Genesis. You see, it's right there, man. Didn't like the Lord curse Adam and Eve? Yeah, he did. Okay. You see, that's why, hey, call out Yahawah Shema Shah, man, for the apostles, man. For the Lord sent us up with the apostles, man, and the elders and the elder bishops is a great millstone, man. You go look these things up. It say the curse in 19th century was the sentence imposed upon Adam and Eve in Genesis. Okay, it say, oh, the slang sense menstruation. Wow. So let's get right here. It say also under a curse, damned, right? Wow. Then it goes down here talking about use, words, vocal, whatever. No, it's this up here, man. Meaning the evil which has been invoked upon one, that which caused severe trouble. You see, man, it's right there, man. It's right there. So let me get this in Google. That's heavy, man. It's right there, man. So let me get this in Google. Then I'm gonna go back to this precept to show you that the Lord cursed this guy, man. They stoned his ass, man. So right here, it say, this the one for Google. It say,
Curse.
a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. This is what cursing is, man. Okay? And look right here, I just saw this. It say one one of the words they use is similar, say hoodoo. And one of the brothers that come out to camp, he did a lesson about a week or two ago on dealing with hoodoo, man. When Jake got off the slave ships over here, Jake was still doing this, man. It's called hoodoo. Jake was doing this on the plantation, man. The brother went into it. He pulled some articles up on it. Look, it's a religion practice in parts of the Caribbean and the southern U.S. and characterized by sorcery and spirit possession. Jake was doing this on the plantation, man. A run of bad luck associated with a particular person, group, or activity. Hoodoos. The brother did a beautiful lesson on this, man. How Jake was doing it was called hoodoo, man. Go look it up. Jake was doing this on the plantation, man. So when the brother making the point, the brother made a beautiful point, man. Jake was over there, we was over there in Africa, following the ways of these devils, or these heathens, man. Then Jake brought that hoodoo all the way over here to Babylon the Great, man. No wonder we so destroyed, man. Jake was doing hoodoo on the plantation. So anyway, it's a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power. Because when you put a prayer up on somebody, this coming from the powers, man, the heavens. Okay, so it's supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. So let's go back. So using rude speech has nothing to do with cursing, man. So let's go back to this. So back here, it say, and the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strode together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahawah and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shilomoth, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him inward, that the mind of Yahawah might be showed them. And Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. You see? And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his power shall bear his sin, and he that blasphemeth the name of Yahawah, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of Yahawah, when he blasphemed the name of the Lord Yahawah, shall be put to death, man. So let me show you this. In Ezekiel 35. Say, remember, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? And in Isaiah 20 and Deuteronomy 28 and 48, It said we should go to the enemy for the want of all things, right? And food and hunger and in nakedness. Nakedness is a covering. Learning, it say, and in the want of all things. Learning the ways of the so-called white man. So in Ezekiel 35, I want to read the point right here. It say Ezekiel 35 and 12, talking to the Esau, talking to the Edomites, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahawah, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume, right? Thus with your mouth have ye boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Who is this? Prophesy against Mount Seir. You see? Talking to the Edomites. So in Revelation, while we calling on Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, we calling on Yeshua, Ahaya, Yeshaya, right? Why? Because this devil has been blaspheming the name of the Lord, and he got us doing the same thing, man. These guys, from GOCC, right? Ricard, he did a lesson some years ago, because my best friend in the world, he started listening to this guy, man. I said, bro, why would he read you Ezekiel 3 and 14, but he don't read verse 15 in the lesson? Ricard never brought out verse 15 in the lesson, man. He only read Ezekiel 3 and 14. And I said, okay. Furthermore, I said, bro, he didn't read verse 15, right? He was like, no, he didn't read it. I said, did he read Ezekiel? Did he read Exodus 15 and 3? He read to you Exodus 3, verse 14. He didn't read verse 15 in Exodus 3 when it said, moreover, you shall tell them the Lord have sent you, right? I said, bro, did he read to you Exodus 15 and 3 when it say the Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name? He was like, nah, he didn't read that neither. I said, I know he didn't. Why would he? Okay, why would he read that, man? If he's trying to establish his doctrine on I am. It's the name of the Lord, man. So, this is Ezekiel, this is Revelations 12. They are not going to read it, man. And you can show it to these GOCC slow-bellied followers. They ain't going to get it. And it's not meant for them to get it. So, and we understand that. So in Revelation, it might be 13. Hold on. So right here, Revelations 13, right? Showing you this talking about Esau. It say Revelation 13 and 4. It said they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is able to like who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Verse 6, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, just like the little Egyptian boy did in Leviticus 24, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. You see? Let me see if I can get this real quick. When you go to Psalms, let me pull up in the phone real quick first here. This is dealing with these Edomites, man. So in Psalms, bear with me for a moment. See if I can find this. These devils, man. And the reason we are blaspheming the name of the Lord because of these devils, man. Okay. So yeah, it was Psalm 74. Let's go through this. So in Psalm 74, it say, let me go down a little bit. I just want to read these points. Psalm 74 and 3 reads, lift up thy feet upon the perpetual desolation, which is Israel, even all that the enemy has done wickedly in the sanctuary. Thy enemies roar in the midst of thy congregation. Hold on. Thy enemies roar in the midst of thy congregation. They set up their ensigns for signs. You see? They set up their ensigns for signs. In the 1465 King James Bible I got, it said, the Jew magistrates created dots and dashes called vowel points to indicate how the name of the Lord should be pronounced or used. It said they created dots and dashes called vowel points to go with the four letter, the YHWH, to change the name of the Lord, man. You see right here, it say, thy enemies roar in the midst of thy congregation, in the midst of us, man, because we living amongst these heathens. They set up their ensigns for signs, right? Now they telling us how we supposed to call on the Lord. So I'm gonna get this point here. It say in verse 18, it say, remember this, that the enemy have reproached, O Yahawah, and that the foolish people has blasphemed thy name, and that the foolish people has blasphemed thy name. Now we got heathens. Now we got 2/3 of Jake doing the same thing, man. Following after the ways of the heathen. You see? Let's get this. This is why, man. And this guy, going back to this guy, Ricard from GOCC, he using a book called Illuminati 1 and 2. He got both of the books. I was watching some of the video. This was years ago, like 2016. And I was, I was drilling my, I was waking my brother up. Then he just stumbled onto GOCC and that's where he been at. So and he was going into this guy, Ricard was going into the Illuminati book, how they got the name of Yahawah and Yahawashi in there, and those are false names. And the names of Ahaya and Yeshaya is the real names. Listen, man, don't be no fool, man. There's only one slow belly bug out camp that's pushing that garbage, man. And it's GOCC. And they little few followers he got pushing that garbage. Like these garbage women, these garbage young chicks, Daughters of Zion, their name is, with they Shiva Jatas in their head. Don't know nothing, man. So Malachi 1 and 14 reads, but cursed be the deceiver. Now this is this applied to Jakes. This applied to Jakes. But who's in rulership now? Who's in control of the earth? The wicked, man. But cursed be the deceiver, which have in his flock a male and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. Heathens can sacrifice to the Lord. Only Israelites. That's how you know that's how my Israelites. But cursed be the deceiver, which having his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith Yahawah host, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. When you go to Matthew, this applies to these devils now. But also in Matthew 18, to make the point to show you this was talking about Jake right here, man. But it applies to these devils now. What happened? Did I spell Matthew wrong? Oh, I did. So Matthew 18 and 15 it reads, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear thee, to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. You see? So Malachi 1 and 14, but cursed be the deceiver, which having his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith Yahawah of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Just look at this word dreadful here. So what Jake don't have no understanding of today is they have been westernized by acronyms, man. And you're gonna be destroyed, man. Oh, Salaki. But we're looking at dreadful. Oh, it's down here. The Lord gonna put you guys to death. And the Lord just little order, man. Right? Like I say, hey, it's better to obey than to get sacrificed, man. And it's simple, dreadful, terrible, terrible thing, terrible acts, to fear, reverent, be afraid, to stand in awe, be awe. Let's get it here to say, to be fearful, be dreadful, be feared, to cause astonishment and awe, be held in awe, to inspire reverence of or godly fear of awe. And to tell you in James 2:19 that the devils tremble at the Lord, man. But 2/3 of Jake have no fear, man. And like the Lord said in Hosea 4 and 6, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge, man. Jake is going to perish for lack of knowledge, man. Now, let's get this. See, these devils know about our laws, man. They know about the laws of Yahawashi. So let's deal with this. So in Exodus 21, it say here, ordinances for the people. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. Right? If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If he came in married. If he came in not married, and his master gave him a woman, when he leave after the 7th year, the wife and the kids stay with the master. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Right? Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Esau know about this, right? Let's get this. This is what we're dealing with, man. We're dealing with, when you're reading Revelation 13, we're dealing with these devils dealing with the law, man. That's what this is. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, forget one, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, it said in Ezekiel 21, right? If you hire a Hebrew servant, right, and he worked for you 6 years, so like on the 7th year, he go free, right? Well, guess what? Everybody is working for Esau. And this devil is saying right now, you want to keep your job, you want to keep your benefits, you better take this MOTB. If you don't, you're going to go out free and have nothing, and you're going to be what? Like on the movie Demolition Man, you're going to be underground eating rats, man. This devil saying you're going to take this, or you ain't going to have nothing. That's basically what Esau is using the law against us, man. That's what these niggas is doing. And he shall cause all, both small and great, because all work for the devil. Everybody work for the elites. Everybody work for the elites, man. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man may bow or sell, say, he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, in Exodus 21, it said the man shall go out free, and you can go get hired by another, right? Well, Esau is taking the law and using it because they controls the entire planet, man. It say, and that no man may bow himself, say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. What man? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. The man of sin, the son of perdition. And his number is 603 score and 6. Which you know what it's going to. Okay, Karox. This is the point I want to make. Remember what it said in Exodus 21. So when you go to this, right here, 306 going 6.
Strong's G 5516. Chai, Xi, stigma. Chai, Xi, stigma.
Now, when you click on this here, this is G4742, right? When you click on this,
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
see right here for the word stigma, it say a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To what? To ancient Oriental usage. What is this talking about? It goes back. Matter of fact, let me see if it got it down here. Nope, they don't even got it. It goes back to Exodus, man. It goes back to Exodus 21. It say, to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers, if you purchase a Hebrew servant, a Hebrew slave, it say slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to, and there were some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods, i.e., it's a to stick, i.e., prick, a mark, incise, or punch for recognition of ownership, right? So when you go back to Exodus 21, Esau is using this, the law, to control everything, right? Everything is controlled by this devil. Let me get this. Let me go back to here. This blue letter. I mean, not blue letter. Google. Let me show you something. So in Google, let's get this. This is the word ignominy.
Ignominy.
It say, let me read the precept real quick. Let me hold that right there. First, let me read the precept. Then we're gonna come back and get that. Let me show you. The reason I'm showing, the reason I went into Revelation, show you how everything is tied to this devil, man. So let's read this. In Proverbs, the reason we go off and using these other names is because of these devils, man. And the Lord have given us the truth, man. And everybody that don't want to use it, that don't want to dig into this, then that means the Lord got demons on them and they can't get it. This Proverbs 18:3, it reads, when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach, right? It say, when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach, right? So let me show you this. Let's look at the word ignominy here on Google. Let's play it again.
Ignominy.
So it say here, public shame or disgrace, right? Similar word. And the reason I went into Revelation 13 and 18 for the word stigma, right? It's saying shame. This is talking about the Edomites now. Shame, humiliation. Remember it said when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Because everything about these devils is shameful, humiliation, embarrassment, mortification, which is full of wickedness, disgrace, dishonor. Look, stigma. This is one of the words in Revelation 13, man. Stigma.
Stigma.
See, stigma, the MOTB is tied to the Edomites, man. You can't make this up, man. Hold on. It say, for stigma, you see it? A mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance. What circumstance? To be under this devil's rule. Quality. What quality? You want to eat? You want to be able to have goods and services? That's the quality. Or a person. It's a mark of disgrace associated with particular circumstance, quality, or person. You see? Similar words: shame, disgrace, dishonor, a stain, a taint, a blot. Because if you take the MOTB, the Lord is going to blot you out of the book of life, man. Okay? Blemish, brand. You're going to be branded. A mark. You see? Slur. This stigma is tied to Esau, Edom, man. It's tied to these devils. It's a visible sign or characteristic of a disease. Yeah. Look, it says in the Christian tradition, marks corresponding to those left on Yahawashi body by the crucifixion said to have been impressed by divine favor on the bodies of the Saint Francis of Garbage. So, a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. Shame, disgrace, dishonor, stain, taint, blot, a brand, a mark. You see? So, look, it say stigma, discredit, degradation, abasement. Is these not the basis of men? Right? Job 30, Daniel 4:17, right? Loss of face. The Lord say he hid his face from them, right? Meaning they can't. It said though they saw the capital with tears, they found no repentance to the Lord, man. Suffer a loss of respect, be humiliated. You see? Respect, honor, esteem. He has a loss of face, man. A loss of respect, be humiliated. This is Esau Edom, man. So stigma, the MOTB is tied to this devil, man. So let's come back. Let me get this. So these devils. So you got. Let me get this. Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. This mark here
Strong's H 8420. Tav. Tav. Strong's H 8427. Tava. Tava.
This mark here is the Wa. It's the Wa. Okay? This is to be exempt from judgment. Desire mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. So, and Jake don't want to turn back to Yahawashi, man. They don't want to turn back to the Lord, man. So you want to continue to call on these other names, then it's gonna be the punishment for that, man. The Lord gonna give you over to these heathens, man. This is Isaiah 36:6. It reads, lo, Thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Right? So if you trusted in the same system that didn't teach you that you are a Hebrew Israelite, that didn't tell you that you spoke Hebrew, that didn't tell you none of your customs, you gonna trust in these people? And that's why they're so upset, man. That's why these elites is hot, because where did the truth come from? Where did this truth come from, man? Where you get this? Jake talking about, where y'all get this from? Hey, the Lord is magnificent, man. Where did it come from? We didn't learn this in school, right? Jake go to college. They ain't learn this in college, man. So where we learned it from? This is Psalms 85 and 10. The Lord cold, man. Cold is Yahawah Shemawashah, man. That's why these devils is hurt. They're trembling, man. It's Psalms 85 and 10. It reads, mercy and truth are met together. Mercy and truth are met together. The Lord said he showed us mercy, right? He showed the whole elect mercy. Therefore, he gave them the truth back, man. Okay? We got the truth back because the Lord been showing us mercy, man. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth. You see? Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. When they say righteousness shall look down from heaven, in Deuteronomy 32, the Lord say he will rain down his wisdom as the dew, man. His doctrine shall distill as the dew. So the point is, where did this truth come from? Truth shall spring out of the earth, man. These devils, man. We ain't learn this. We ain't learn this at school, man. Let's get this. This truth sprung out of the earth, man. Because this is this is the will of Yahawah Shemawashah, man. These devils don't have no clue how we get this truth, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahawah Shemawashah as the waters cover the sea. So Lord said this truth is going to go through the four corners of the earth, man. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea, man. You know how much waters cover the earth? Most of the earth is water, man. Most of the earth is water, right? So let's liken truth to this water that's covering the earth. So you got a few lands, right? You got the land of America and Canada, right? You got the land of, you got South Central North America. Then you got Asia Minor, right? You got all these other places. Most of the earth is water, man. And you can liken those lands to 2/3, man. Okay? You got the land, Salaki, the lands represent the falseness of Esau Edom. But the waters that cover the entire globe is the truth. The earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. You see? So the landmass is the falseness of the earth. But the waters out there is the truth, man. And there's way more water on the earth than it is land, man. Come on. And these devils is hurt, man. What is that in let me get it here. Second Ezra 6 and 27. It reads. See, these devils trying to figure out how in the hell they got this truth. And the apostle told us the stories, man. How the devils jumped out. Talking about where they get this information from, man. It's been in the Bible, but the Bible wasn't understood until Elder Abba Bivens, man. 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared, man. So, like it say here, that this truth is going to cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. Psalms 85 and 11 said, truth shall spring out of the earth, man. These devils is hurt, man. And that's why you got Vocab Malone. And he's by himself at this point, man. Because nobody is standing with this devil, man. He's through. All he doing is ranting, man. He done been cut all 4 ways, man. He done been cut, man. 7 ways to Sunday, however they say it. He done been cut to pieces, man. It's truth. Let me close with this. Hosea. That's why the Lord says, study to show thyself approved, man. And them that do this, let me read this in Ecclesiasticus. Let's get this real quick. Ecclesiasticus 24. Let's start at 19. It reads, come unto me, all ye that be desirous of me, and fill yourselves with my fruit. For my memorial is sweeter than honey, and my inheritance than a honeycomb. They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. He that obeyeth me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall not do amiss. You can't confound a man that's diligently studied in these scriptures, man. As our apostles and elder bishops and elders are, man. One more here in First Peter. First Peter's 1. No, First Peter's 2. This is First Peter's 2 and 6. Wherefore also is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. That's what I just read in Ecclesiastes 24. Listen what it say. Let's read it again. Ecclesiastes 24 and 19. It reads, come unto me, all ye that be desirous of me, and fill yourselves with my fruits. For my memorial is sweeter than honey, and my inheritance than a honeycomb. They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. Then Yahawashi said this in John 6, and it said many of them thought he was talking about being a cannibal by eating his flesh and drinking his blood. That's what it's saying right here. They that eat me shall yet be hungry. Yahawashi said this in John the 6th chapter. Go read it. And they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. He that obeyeth me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall not do amiss. And we say this all the time. We, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, those that are returning through the mercy of the Lord, don't need the so-called white man's validation. We don't need it. It's not needed here, Esau. We don't need your validation. Vocab, you are nothing. You a peasant. Okay? Bauer last name is peasant. You peoples are peasants. We don't need your validation for anything, man. We know who we are. We know why we here and what we got to do to get out of here. Lord willing. We don't need the Edomites' validation for nothing, man. We don't need it. The Lord said he made the world for our sakes, man. So in Hosea 6 and 5, therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. What's hewed mean? To be chopped down, to be cut down, man. Weeds. You are weeds in the garden, man. Esau is a weed in the garden, and he got to be rooted and plucked up, man. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have, Yahawah say, I have slain them. by the words. What's the words of Yahawah? Yahawashi. Yahawashi is the Old Testament in the flesh. Okay? Yahawashi is the Old Testament in the flesh, man. For you slow bellies out there. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth, man. We don't need these devils' validation. Who we are, man. And who got us blaspheming the name of the Lord? Esau Edom, man. The so-called white man. Who's tied to the word stigma. He's tied to shame, humiliation, disgrace, dishonor. He's tied to all that, man. Because he's nothing. He is the basis of men. The scripture said, let me close with these two precepts. In Job 30, in Job 30 and 8, it reads, they were children of fools, yeah, children of base men, they were viler than the earth. It said the Edomites are viler than the earth, right? This is Psalms 12 and 8. I love to read this. Psalm 12 and 8 reads, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. You see? So the wicked walking on every side, they control everything in the earth. So how do we get these names? Yahshua and Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Serapis Christus, Yeshaya, Ahaya, because those are not the names of the Lord, man. Where we get these names from? We got those names from Esau Edom, man. Okay? The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men, let's look at this word vilest right here. When the vilest men are exalted, man. Remember what the Lord asked Satan? Whence comest thou? He said, from walking to and fro in the earth, man. Up and down in it, right? This is his children walking to and fro through the four corners of the earth, man. Doing what they want to do.
Strong's H 2149. Zaluth, Zaluth,
It's a vileness, worthlessness. These devils are worthless, man. They ain't good for nothing. They ain't good for nothing, man. Esau Edom is not good for nothing, man. So, Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. In a sincere salutation. Oh, in a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth. Then take world waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Yahawah who are listening and learning. You few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord was edifying. I want to get this one precept. I'm gonna close. I just thought about it. Lord told I just thought about it, so I must be allowed to read it. Let's get this. Let me go back here. So I just want to get this. It just hit me. Because see, what the Lord said, he had made the wisdom of this world foolishness, right? The wisdom of the so-called white man's wisdom is not wisdom, man. So in the book of Sirach, let's get this. It just hit me right as I was going to close, man. Ecclesiastes 19. What's that? 19, I think it is. Let's see. Um, let's see. Right. Ecclesiastes 19. Let's read from 19. It say, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. If a servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourished him. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of the sinners prudence. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. So the Lord said, the wisdom of the world is not wisdom. Now I got to read this before I close. So, let me read this, man. These devils don't have no wisdom, man. What they have is vainglory, and it was given to them by the Lord. Let's get this in 1 Corinthians real quick. So let's get 1 Corinthians. What's that? 1:19, right? So it say, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the rod? Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Where is the disputer of this world? Come forth, as it's telling you in Isaiah, come forth, bring forth your strong reasons. Have not God made foolish the wisdom of this world? Where is the disputer of this world? Is it vocab? It must be vocab, because he's fighting tooth and nail for plantation Christianity, man. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where he at? We know not any over here at Great Millstone. Where is the disputer of this world? Is it vocab? What Jane White at? Where's these guys at? Have not God made foolishness the wisdom of this world? This slow-bellied nigga, Marcus Rogers. Dude, where they at? Have not God made foolishness the wisdom of this world? Tell me he was going to use the Hebrew and the Greek. You ain't used nothing on that Deuteronomy 28:68, you slow-bellied boy. For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. Why not? Because their wisdom of the world is wickedness. See, this is the separation between God and man. What man? The sons of men, the sons of the wicked. For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. Hold on, but I thought everybody can be saved. Well, it tell you in John 14:17, okay, the spirit of truth the world cannot receive. But Christianity say everybody gonna be saved. No, this says different. For that after in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So somebody lying, man. Somebody is lying. Somebody lying, man. So right here it say, this is 1 Corinthians 2:6. Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of God in the mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory. They don't know the wisdom of the Lord, man. Because I keep saying it, the doctrines of life, man. Your PhDs, your bachelors and your associates and your masters, right? The doctrines of life, man. Following after the Joneses, keeping up with Esau Edom, man. That's not the wisdom of the Lord. There's the separation, man. So, the while for tuning in. Again, y'all praise to Yahawah Shemawashah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash, the abundance to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, while the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether concepted or not, in the sincere salutation to all the doctrine, pushing their truth and believing their truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect, and shalom to the Yahawah who are listening learning, you few sisters who are listening learning. Lord was edifying to the next time I say shalom. Wah, abba, abba.